How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Before we put the dash in, we have to fix the brakes, mount the gauge pod, make a switch panel, and then before we drive the car, we have to replace the O2 sensor because my wideband O2 sensor already went bad. Can't say I'm pumped about that. What we're gonna go ahead and start with is mounting the gauge pod. This is what we got. The plan is to mount this something kind of like that. Maybe tilted my way. Probably not. Previously we had one gauge here, one gauge there. I didn't like that, so my other options were to put them in here. I didn't like that. Put them both here, didn't like that. Put them here, didn't like that. Put them on the A-pillar, don't really dig that. Or put them right there on the dash. And I think that's kind of cool, kind of unique. I've never seen it done before in a Miata. However, I want to go ahead and try to flock this thing so it kind of looks like it's almost molded into the dash. I don't really dig it the way it looks now. So that is how we are going to start off this video, by flocking that little gauge pod. That is if we have enough materials to flock it, because we kind of wasted a ton when we did the dash. I put every single ounce of suede I had left into this thing, and it's a little under half full, so we should have enough to do the gauge pod. It took me about half of one of these to do the glove box, and this thing is a lot smaller than the glove box, although it's got more contours, which makes things different, but I think we should be good. We're gonna start off by kind of roughly sanding it. Next, we clean it. Then we have to apply the adhesive. That is actually really cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. It almost tipped over. Turned out much better than any of the other ones, and we definitely had enough, so that's awesome. And now we have to wait a day before we touch it. So that sucks. That's okay, because all the parts for the brakes are coming tomorrow anyway, and we can't put the dash back in until we put the brakes in, so there we go. It's the next day. Let's go ahead and do this. I'm digging the way the gauge pod worked. I also went ahead and mounted the radio in the glove box. Ta-da! See, that's not too bad. I had to cut a hole in the glove box, which makes it kind of useless, but it's taped up so it won't leak anything, so we can still put stuff in here. But yeah, that's how you hide your radio. The factory wiring is actually long enough to reach to the glove box. Before we put the dash in, we have to go ahead and put the brake booster in, so let's do that. The new brake booster and master cylinder are in, so that's awesome. Before we bleed the brakes, we're gonna have to go ahead and put the dash in. Finally. It's in, and I'm really happy because it looks 10 times better inside the car. It looks really nice, it feels nice, and you don't see as many imperfections. We also got really lucky with everything. All the wiring, all the, like the junction box and the stereo extension, everything fit. The dash went in super smoothly and it was awesome. Before I start the car, I need to wire in some gauges. And before I wire in the gauges and other things, I need a switch panel. So, we're gonna make a switch panel out of aluminum. We're using aluminum to hopefully match the door cards when we get those from LRB Speed. Also, aluminum doesn't rust. My last switch panel started rusting, even though I painted it, because fuck steel. I went ahead and did some light sanding to give the aluminum a sort of brushed look that will hopefully match the LRB Speed door cards. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick layer of clear coat to protect this. In my experience, aluminum can stain kind of easily. Like you can get like grease smudges and stuff on it from your fingers. So I'm gonna go ahead and just clear coat it real quick. What I'm gonna go ahead and do is wire up both of those gauges. Because the car needs the wideband obviously to run. So we'll do that and then test everything. We'll put the gauges back in, the tombstone and the center console back in, and hopefully turn it on. Oh, it looks so good. I'm gonna take this wheel off because it ruins it. I'm gonna temporarily just put these back on, even though I absolutely don't have the aluminum part of the door card. Just imagine a brushed aluminum door card that perfectly matches that switch panel. Oh, I got suede all over me. Should we start it? I think so. So we come in here. All that works. Then we flop. The wideband is broken right now, so it's gonna stay stuck on heat, but it should start and run. Oh yes. The boost gauge also doesn't work because that's not hooked up yet, but the electronical part of it works. I'm really happy with the way this turned out. This is the first time I'm actually like pleased with the interior of this car, and it's awesome. New harnesses and seats are on the way, door cards are on the way. Gotta get a new steering wheel eventually. Hydro is on its way. It's gonna go like right here. Just bled the brakes as much as we could. I ran out of brake fluid. That's actually quite a bit of travel for a Miata. It's a good, almost a foot actually. I'm covered in brake fluid. I'm covered in brake, I knew you were gonna do that. I'm covered in brake fluid and it kind of sucks, but we're there. The only thing we need to do before we can drive this thing, new O2 sensor. And so we're looking good. May 5th, not this weekend, but next weekend, first Rallycross event. But I think that is gonna be it for this video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, give it a like. If you didn't, give it a dislike. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. I really appreciate it. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them down in the comment section below. What do you think of the new interior? Do you like it? Yeah? No? Vote here. I very much dig it. Besides the door cards and the seats and the harnesses, which are all getting changed, and the steering wheel. Besides that, I dig it. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Peace out, and goodbye. Hey yo, update. The O2 sensor decided to start working. See? It's working. Why are you working?